Hello and welcome. Jeez. I'm playing Chapter 3 of Scarlet Hollow today. Um, like it says, it's a horror game. There's quite a bit of graphic-ish content, and it deals with like spooky stuff like ghosts and everything. Um, and yeah, I don't know. No, oh shit. How do I didn't mean to do that. Load. Yes. Yes. Okay. I hit the wrong button. Alright, continue. Yeah, let's see a recap. A full recap for anyone who didn't watch the first two videos, which I have on my YouTube channel. It's on the same name, Summer Spring, so yeah. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops and CDD pots that would have felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of Pearl and Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Tabitha! Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of Stella's flashlight while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Pain, rot, decay. Come on, you, whatever your name is, grab the flashlight and help me line up a good shot. As the creatures in the tree line grow louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness. You dive to the flashlight and swing your body towards the woods. I said aim the damn thing! Quick! Perfect. Wait, where's Gretchen? Where's my dog? Rip, I'm very sorry about what happened to the dog. My grandmother called them ditchlings, and they are a terrible omen, a sign of great suffering and destruction to come. Make yourself at home. From now on, you're back at the estate by bedtime. No more impromptu sleepovers. Wow, that is some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seemed distant. I'm gonna keep my ears open for you. The diner's where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot about what goes on around here. I'll let you know if anyone mentions these monsters or anything else strange or unusual. Have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my texts, and I wanted to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there. Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese could come hang out. Nothing strenuous, we promise. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now. Anyways. Dead man. Stay home. Wait for the week to end. Don't keep putting yourself in the path of danger. This is all I ask. You're interrupted by a sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of a hill. She didn't. I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shaw mine? That place was shut down like 100 years ago. After a collapse that killed over 100 people. Pull out your phone and dial your cousin. What is it? You know I'm in a meeting. A kid just snuck in the shawl of mine. I figured you should know. What? Are you serious? Oh, why do these things keep happening to me? Oh, whatever. I'll head over there as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me, alright? God, I don't even know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you'll listen. And I didn't. My dad is a foreman at the continuous mining facility, and he says they only abandoned this mine because there wasn't enough coal left. So it's actually really safe, and we can hang out here whenever we want. Correction, your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job tomorrow morning. My dad says our house is haunted. Haunted house day! Or is that tomorrow? Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. You turn to see Becca and Alexis gone, and Rosalina anxiously hovering in front of a small tunnel in the cavern wall. She freezes as you notice her. There's something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest, like a deep growl of a predator. What do you think you're doing? Get away from there! Your cousin dives toward you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Ren? Ren, are you alright? You and Tabitha manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down. Holy shit, you're okay. Thank God. And everyone's accounted for. That was a surprisingly close call. We could have all died in there. What did you weirdos do? Everything was fine until you adults showed up. Becca, shut up. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the Shaw mine, you barely even notice the dust. When you close your eyes, you see the shadowy figures that gathered behind Stella in the mines. Your thoughts are drawn to the carving on the wall and to the visions it imparted upon you. Your thoughts are drawn to... Oh. Wake up. Day 3, let's go. Sunshine filters in through the dusty windows of the estate as the dull aches of last night's activities throb in and out of focus. You manage to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the Shaw mine still stuck to your skin. Take a shower. Ooh, that is a filthy-ass bathroom. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. The water is hot, and surprisingly, that's clean. As steam fills your lungs and soot washes down the drain, you... Oh shit, no, I don't want to think about that. You scrub ferociously, trying as much to scrape the memories from your skin as though they're a part of the physical dirt that comes to you. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Time to start your day. Look out the window. Oh, that's not bad. You can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. A different you might have been taken away by the view, drifting into fantasies about how you might have tidied it up and enjoyed tea by the fountain. But a lot has happened since you first arrived in town. Turn back. Check the closet! Oh, it's creepy as hell. How long were you going to have slept in this room without realizing you shared this space with that doll? Hopefully it didn't get up and move while you're not around. Pick it up! Pick it up to examine it more closely. Its foot reads, Property of Alexandra. You put it back and close the closet behind you. Group chat. You pull out your phone and open up your group chat with Stella and Kanika. Y'all, I actually bonded with Tabitha last night. Why would you do that? Morning, how are you guys holding up? It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. Text Kanika. Fuck yes. Oh, we can hang out before? Wanna hang out before Reese goes hunting? Yes. I guess I can just text her personally. I miss your kiss bed. Send a photo. You send a photo of a creepy mascot in a grungy basement. She'll enjoy it. Alright, head downstairs. You've done everything you wanted to up here. It's time to start your day. You enter the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Frou-Frou glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-headed woman busies herself trying to tidy as best she can. Foul woman destroying the natural order of my kitchen. Tabitha's gaze swivels from the woman to you, her glare intensifying. What is with this? Never take the boiled peanuts. I'm gonna... I'm gonna talk to Frou-Frou. Bonjour, Frou-Frou. Bonjour, sacre bleu. Do not think you can just bonjour me just because I slept at the foot of your bed last night. I still despise you. 3 humans at once. This is abhorrent. Your stink will linger here for hours. How am I to bear it? I see. Talking to my cat again. Are you sure you didn't get hit on the head last night? You don't say good morning to your pets? I always make sure to talk to my farm cats and alpaca like they're people. To me, they kinda are. Hi, I'm Ren. Good morning, I'm Janie. Just here to do my little weekly cleaning. Whatever cleaning Miss Tabitha will let me do, at least. I could have this place looking brand new, you know. Don't go making any big renovations or moving anything around. I like knowing where my stuff is. Okie dokie. It's so nice to finally meet you, Ren. I mean, I guess I did meet you on Monday when you popped into the diner. Oh yeah, I figured she was the mom. Janie. But seeing somewhere and meeting them face to face are 2 completely different things, I suppose. Thanks. All I'm trying to say is that it's wonderful to finally actually meet you, and I'm so happy part of the family is here to keep Miss Tabitha company with everything that's... Janie! Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Tabitha, and am I being too much again? Tabitha grumbles in acknowledgement. Oh, are we having ice cream for breakfast? I'll have no sass from you today. There was a oh, shit. There was a massive mine collapse on my property last night. I can practically feel the whispers of unionization already. So I'm under a lot of stress right now, in case you hadn't put that together. And there's no we here. This stuff is way too hard to get a hold of for me to share. Okay. Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Well, let's get going. I've got an errand to run in town, and every time I've left you here alone, something terrible's wound up happening, so you're coming with me. Alright. Sure, I'll meet you outside. Given your track record, if I let you out of my sight, you'd probably just disappear into the wilderness. Only to return in the middle of the night after burning down City Hall. If I'm lucky, you'll give me a call at some point between dousing the building in kerosene and lighting the match. She's so fucking funny. Janie, lock up when you leave, please, and don't go rearranging anything. I'll know. As you're ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Ren, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry you got caught up in that. You two did right by those kids, though. What a blessing. Everyone getting out of that situation all right. That tells me someone could have died. Well, so... You only come in once a week, right? What do you do with the rest of your time? Oh, odd jobs mostly. Weeding gardens, cleaning houses, watching kids, that sort of thing. My husband's a pastor, so a lot of my time is spent at the church and doing things for the community. Poor Daniel. He's been going absolutely stir-crazy since he moved here, what with nobody really attending sermons. It'd probably do him a lot of good to talk to you through your worries. Well, with everything that's been going on lately, having a priest on speed dial seems handy. Having a pastor on speed dial is always handy. Debatable. And my Daniel is a wonderfully talented pastor. Also debatable. Jeez. Enough dawdling. We're leaving. I'm gonna put the cat! You and Tabitha walk through the doors of the estate and into her car. The ride to town is uneventful, your cousin, unsurprisingly, more focused on the road than on making conversation. Alright, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. After everything that's happened the past few days, it's nice to just go on an errand. Exactly. You and Tabitha turn as the door to the general store burst open. A flustered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. Fine, okay, keep coddling him. Keep letting him get away with stuff you never would have let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Oh, shit. Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Other people and their trauma. More people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. You don't look happy. Out of curiosity, would you call yourself happy? Tabitha pulls back, surprised by your question. What did I just say? Yeah, I'm happy. Whatever. We're burning daylight. Come on already. I wanted to go see Kanika. The bells of the general store chime as you cross the threshold. Smells of old wood and steamy herbal tea flood your senses, making you feel instantly at home. Good morning, you two. Hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Morning. Is new blend ready? Of course. Ren, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will just be a minute. Is Kanika okay? Of course, she just needs time to cool down. Emotions are a little high considering everything that happened yesterday. She'll settle down soon enough. I'm just glad both of my little ones made it out okay. Simple motions for Tabitha to follow, and they both disappear into the tea room, closing the door behind them with a tinkling of bells. Now we'll just chat with Miles. So, Miles, before you can finish your thought, you're halted by the tinkling bells announcing another patron. Or, in this case, another two patrons. Well, if it ain't Ren. Bo, this is Miss Scarlet's cousin. She was there with Stella that night in the woods. It's a pleasure to meet you, miss. My name's Bo. I'm Duke's boy. Tall as fuck. Hope you've been faring better since all that unpleasantness. How have you been? You hanging in there? Oh, I can't complain. I miss old Birdie, but there's nothing I can do for her now except protect the rest of my brood. Them things won't so much as step foot on my property. Not with Bo and me watching the perimeter with our shotguns at the ready. We even set the missus up with her pistol. Good thing we was watching. Nearly caught Julius trying to make off with Big Betty. Jesus Christ. Yes, if he could have carried off a nearly 2,000-pound puppet on his own, I'd almost love to see him try. It's not like we'll be taking her to the state fair anyway. Now all she's good for is making the world's largest pumpkin pie. I don't think Mama's got a tin big enough for a Big Betty-sized pie, Daddy. Big Betty is a pumpkin? Sure is. Probably would have taken home at least a few ribbons at the state fair this year. Maybe even a world record if we were lucky. Well, my hens are more important. We'll just have to grow an even bigger one next year, Daddy. The land's been good to us. We sure growing big out on the Callaway farm. Who's Julius? Julius Tremaine. He practically spits the name. Some cousin however many times removed, though I don't claim him as kin. He owns the farm next to ours, except he doesn't seem to have a good grasp on whose property is whose. Thinks he owns half of our land, always sneaking around and taking vegetables we planted. Of course, the way he tells it, we're the ones stealing from him, saying he's the one putting seeds in the ground. He's a miserable old cuss, and he knows it too. Stealing vegetables born of other folks' hard labor is probably the only joy he has in life. Have you seen any of those creatures around your farm? We saw a few of those things. They got scared off before I could start shooting. Nasty little buggers. We all been losing sleep making sure we can keep an eye on things. It's even rubbing off on the hens. None of the little ladies been laying this week. You know, Daddy, I bet some big mastiff could keep them things away. No. This seems like just the kind of job for a guard dog. Now you don't start again. We ain't getting a dog. I got enough mouths to feed, and as much as you'll say you'll take responsibility, I know it'd be to me cleaning up after it. Besides, I don't have much faith those things would be stopped by a dog. I saw more than a few in that nest. Those things we saw on Monday were apparently called ditchlings. They're supposed to be a bad omen. Ditchlings? Sounds like some old folk tale. Suppose that suits them. As for being an omen, I believe that too. But I suppose there's not much to be done if they're forewarning some kind of disaster, besides looking out for me and mine. Still, I appreciate you telling me, Ren. Okay, yeah. Things have gotten worse. I did hear whispers about what happened at the mines last night. Scarlet Hollow ain't so safe this week, it would seem. Nice seeing you, Duke. It was a pleasure running into you, Ren, but we best get on with our shopping. Can't spend too long away from the farm with those little devils running around. Can't leave Mama all by herself up there for very long. You have a good one. Hope Scarlet Hollow treats you better from now on. It will not. It was nice meeting you, Ren. And please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her mama. They shuffle off into the aisles. Damn, that bitch is tall as fuck. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. Your phone buzzes. Oh my god, hey, I overslept. Still gotta make myself breakfast. Meet at the library after and figure out plan. And then it buzzes again. Nice. Stella sends you back an image of an exhausted alien. Hey again! Lol, if you want to come over for breakfast, would not hate it. And then it buzzes yet again. Somebody was busy this morning. Sliding into the DMs, are we? Boink. If you want to hang out for the library thing, I'm parked in the abandoned lot by the gas station. It's hard to miss. You have plenty of time for dinner at Reese's house. Who the fuck is Oscar? Oh, right, that's the dude at the library. Oh. Oh. I'm so sorry, Tabitha. Let's go see Kanika. You follow the directions Kanika texted you, and soon find yourself in a disused parking lot hidden behind the shuttered shops on Main Street. She's sitting alone in the back of her van. But she notices you lurking on the edge of the parking lot and waves, her troubled expression brightening into a smile. Hey, you made it! Hop on in! Cute top. There's something different about Kanika today. She seems tired, her usual alertness gone, and her eyes unfocused as they settle on you. Sorry if this is a weird place to hang out. Oh, that's cute. I'm, taking a mental health day. I kinda need some space from the store. Plus, I feel like ass. I'm exhausted and a little out of it. Must have inhaled too much coal dust last night. Oh. Yeah, I'll flirt. Well, you look great. Are you trying to lay down the charm on me? Maybe it's working. Keep it up and see. Oh, we are doing the ghost hunting tonight. Or are we seeing I don't remember. Sounds like you were having some kind of argument? She sighs. Yeah, family stuff. You sure you want me to get into it? I don't want to dump all that drama on you. Of course! I'm here for you. Thanks, Ren. I really appreciate that. Especially since you were there last night. You'll really get it. So many people have such close calls like that. There's no way to really imagine how that feels until it happened to you. So after I got home last night, I had to deal with my brother. He really made me feel like I was the bad guy, especially once we got home. Like the whole mine collapse was my fault. And Mom didn't help. She never does. She always takes the side, saying he's young and allowed to make mistakes. Mistakes I could never dream of getting away with. When we told her what happened, she just said the same shit she always does about family and getting along and sent us to bed with tea. Favorite method of conflict resolution. As if a little hot leaf water ever really helped anybody. Your fault, that's rich. Right? It kind of boiled over this morning though. She wound up blaming me for letting Miles sneak off into the mines, saying that if I'd been working like I was supposed to, he wouldn't have gotten into trouble. Like I'm supposed to be in charge of a sullen teenager every second of the day. While working. And it's not like I don't care. I'm always stressing about that kid, or the store, or the million other little things I'm supposed to deal with. None of this should be on me. These are the best years of my life, and I'm wasting them in this dying town, keeping a store afloat while my mom just messes around with her little herbs or whatever. I'd made it out of here, damn it. I'd gotten into grad school. I was good at it. I was going to graduate with honors and everything. But Dad died, and I came back here to the funeral. Then I had to stick around just to help Mom sort out a few things. First it was a month, then 2, and now here I am, over a year later, and those few things became my life. I don't want to be this person. If I could, I'd just drive this van all the way to the coast, lie down on the beach, and never come back. What about Stella and Reese? Look, when it comes to Reese, I love the dude, but I haven't seen him in person in a long time. Hardly a reason to stay here. Stella, though, she was so happy when I came back. I mean, she was upset about the circumstances, but she missed me so much. And I just haven't made time for her. I know she understands why, but I'd feel awful just driving off and leaving things like this. Sounds like you already know what you want to do. Kanika is quiet for a moment, staring out at the overgrown parking lot. Yeah, you're right. Maybe tomorrow. Stella made all those ghost hunting plans. I can't just skip out on her like that. But, yeah, tomorrow. Definitely tomorrow. You should come with me. Okay, I was not expecting it to go that way. God, and of course I feel like an asshole for talking about all this now, the morning after a mine collapse. But I guess that's what pushed all this over the edge. Nothing like a major disaster to make you question the direction your life has taken, right? I wouldn't have met you if you hadn't stuck around. It's not all bad. You're right. I guess some good things can come from messed up situations. I'm serious, by the way. If I leave town tomorrow, when I leave town tomorrow, you should come with me. Well, I don't want to leave today. We got shit to do. How are you doing after last night, aside from the family stuff? Not great if you couldn't tell by now. At least I was able to get some sleep once the adrenaline wore off, even if I barely feel like I got any rest at all. Now I've just got a raging headache. I hope I'm not coming down with something. Before things got heated with my folks, Mom gave me some more of this tea that's supposedly good for, I don't know, recovery, rejuvenation. It must have been caffeinated or something, because it did not help me fall asleep. But it's kind of helping with the headache, and at least it tastes good. What about you? Just feeling lucky to be alive. That's a good attitude. Hopefully the rest of the week is uneventful. We'll make sure to have a chill one day. We'll just hang out with friends and have some fun trying to look for ghosts that don't exist. Or maybe don't exist. Not gonna lie, I'm starting to question my fundamental understanding of how the world works. You and my cousin don't seem to get along very well. That's putting it lightly. But yeah, sometimes you don't get along with people. If you have to ask, I think she's a repugnant, selfish human being to her core. Damn. She's a big jerk, too. Hmm? Did she do something to you? This seems personal. Besides a general bad attitude? No, she hasn't necessarily done anything to me. But her mom tried to buy the general store out from under my dad more times than he could count. She was an absolute snake of a woman, and the apple didn't fall far from the tree, judging by how Tabitha treats the minors. If I weren't here, I'm sure the store would already belong to the Scarlets. There's no way my mom and Miles would have had the backbone to stand up to her. Just another way this town manages to keep its nasty little hooks in me. She and Stella seem like they're close. Or they used to be. Yeah, I don't know what Stella saw in her, but they got pretty close in high school. I was taking a lot of online AP classes, so I wasn't around like I used to be. Maybe it's my fault they wound up hanging out so much. It seemed like they were always together, but by the time we got back to town, they didn't seem to be talking anymore. Never really got the whole picture of what happened there, but thank God it meant I didn't have to see that woman all the time. Maybe Stella brought out a better side of her. Maybe, but whatever side she might have seen, I sure as hell haven't seen it. I think she puts up a tough front, but she's softer than she seems. As if that changes anything. If a dog bites you because it's scared, it still bit you, and you have every right to never trust it again. It doesn't matter if that dog is nice to other people, or if it only bit you because it wanted to seem tough. She's never done anything to prove to me she's a good person inside. All she does is bark and snap at people. I'd be careful if I were you. Don't go sympathizing with someone like her. A soft breeze blows across the lot as you and Kanika share a quiet moment. Both of your phones buzz in unison. You reach for them at the same time. Almost forgot, it's Mayor Jimmy Day! Good excuse to head over to the library. We should check in with Oscar and Rosalina. Meet y'all there in half an hour. Wow, I totally blanked on the Mayor Jimmy thing. It's almost like we just went through a traumatic event or something and I'm not on top of my schedule. But Stella's right. This gives us a chance to meet up with Oscar, and Mayor Jimly's awful cute. But is he as cute as me? He's a different kind of cute. Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about him as a potential competition, if that's what you're getting at. Anyways, we'll chill with Mayor Jimmy, go to Reese's for dinner, and then do some ghost hunting tonight. Thank God we have so much going on today. I really needed the distraction. And thanks for letting me vent earlier. It helped. Shall we? Aw, man. I wanted to go see Avery. You and Kanika make your way to the library. It's busier than usual, and a small crowd is formed in the corner of the main foyer. Yes, the whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Ren to the mayor for like the entire time I've known her, so 2 days. It'll be worth it, trust us. Alright, shall we? Oh, he's a doggy. He's a dog. Not only is this mayor a dog, but judging from the series of portraits lining the wall, every mayor of Scarlet Hollow has also been a dog. You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. You haven't met this serious man by his side, but you have to assume that he's the mayor's handler. The mayor's little nose starts twitching as you approach. His doggy eyes shine with a curious intensity. What have you got? You got something wet and nutty. Finally, the boiled peanuts come to fruition. Offer a campaign contribution. You hold out your now slightly rinsed bag of boiled peanuts. The mayor's nose twitches eagerly at their strong odor, and then he's on them in a flash, ripping through the plastic and devouring the soft-shelled legumes. Drop it, sir. Drop it. His security detail tries to tear him away, but it's too late. The peanuts are already eaten. Thank you for the generous campaign donation. You better hope those nuts will settle well. If the mayor gets any tummy trouble after eating your disgusting maga peanuts, there'll be hell to pay. Good morning, citizen. I don't believe we've met. He holds out his paw as if to shake your hand. You take his little paw in your hand, but the burly security detail stops you. No paw shaking, only head pats and ear scratches allowed. Bitch! I must apologize for my security detail. He has my best intentions at heart, but he can be a little gruff at times. He's a dog. And you're an ape, and yet here I am, the big dog in charge. He's the mayor. I'm so glad no one ruined the surprise. His town as a dog is mayor since the early 1900s, and that's just how we do things around here for some reason. It's the best part of living in Scarlet Hollow, besides the nature. And all of my friends, and Winnie's Biscuits, oh, and the close-knit small town community, of course. But having a dog mayor is a close fifth, no contest. Now, is there something I can help you with? You're not one of my constituents. I'd like to make sure I spend plenty of time with the voters. You remain silent, unsure what to say about the political realities of life in Scarlet Hollow. I'm so glad no one ruined the surprise. Okay, repeated dialogue, okay. In all of my commanding presence. That's all very nice, but there are actual voters waiting outside. Alright, you've had your turn with the mayor. Now move along and keep the lying going. I hardly doubt a dog mayor will do anything. Stella and Kanika quickly shuffle out of the room ahead of you, leaving you to follow. Ah, the dog cookie jar. Follow him. Looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Before you catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. Oh, is he the pastor? Yep, I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Ren? Everybody's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. Probably not. Knowing her. Pretty good. I doubt Pearl Ann's in a better place. Sounds like she was awful. Oh, I'm sure she wasn't that bad. Most people are good deep down inside. It's best not to speak ill of the dead. Janie mentioned you this morning. That woman is the light of my life. I'm so glad she's there to help your cousin through this rough patch. Hey, do you know anything about ghosts? Ghosts? I've never encountered one myself, but I've heard stories of folks who have But I have heard stories of folks who have been visited by their loved ones from beyond the grave, and it seems like it provides them some sort of spiritual healing. Like their beloved relatives are watching over them, even in death. Is this about Pearl Ann? Or perhaps your mother? Have you been visited by her? I don't even know her name. Yeah, never mind. Never mind. Okie dokie then. I should go. It was nice meeting you, though. Of course, and if you find yourself in need of counseling or spiritual guidance, you know where to find me. Cool. Thanks for the offer, but I'm fine. Even after everything that happened last night? Back off, dude. Nobody was hurt, but still, from what I hear, it was quite the close call. Face is creepy as hell. Not to doubt your resolve, but I know I would need to do some serious praying to work through the emotions from something like that. Huh, heck, I'd had to pray over it anyway, and I wasn't even there to witness it. Well, if you ever feel like you're struggling and can use a good listener, you know where to find me. It was lovely to meet you, and you have a blessed day, Ren. Oh, Jesus. You know you're in the South when they say it like that. The pastor leaves you be and joins the line to see the mayor. No, nothing to do now but catch up with you. Nothing to do now but catch up with your companions. That's an interesting portrait. Go after them. You find them already talking to Oscar deeper into the library. You sure we just can't get it over with while the sun is up? I don't know if I can handle getting scared shitless in the dark 2 nights in a row. I wish we could, especially since I'm not particularly excited about going back in there after dark either. But I'm pretty sure it only comes out when the sun goes down. Yeah, there's no way I'm going in until the spirit is at its full power. I love her little Ghostbusters outfit too, it's cute. I want to be sure we get the best evidence possible. This could be my one shot to get real proof of ghosts. I'm not going to waste it just because I'm impatient. Y'all are going to be the death of me. I just hope it's possible to get rid of this thing. This is a pretty serious ghost infestation? Is that what you'd call something like this? I believe it's called a haunting, but ghost infestation also sounds good. I suppose we're the ghost hunters, so we can call it whatever we want. Anyways, I'll be bringing all the ghost hunting supplies anyone could ever need, so we'll be set on preparations. The only thing y'all need to bring is an open mind. Don't worry, Oscar. We'll fix this. Heck yeah, we will. Yeah, whatever this is, we'll get to the bottom of it. Tonight. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Oh, shit, that was so worse. Well, if we're not doing the hunt now, I guess we should head over to Reese's? Absolutely. Come on, Ren. Time to go bother our friend. I'm gonna get back to it. See y'all tonight. Time to go. I should text Tabitha. Oh, I wanna invite Tabitha. Please. Ooh, or Avery. Should we invite Avery ghost hunting? Oh yeah, totally. I don't know why I hadn't thought of that. I'm sure they'd get a hoot out of it. Yeah, I can't say I mind having a common presence with us tonight. We won't be much help to Oscar if we start jumping at our own shadows. Cool, I'll text him on the way over to Reese's. Please! Ganika's not gonna want to do it. What about Tabitha? What about her? You're not planning on inviting her, are you? Oh my god, yes! Can you imagine how much fun that would be if she actually shows? Stella, come on. I know you think you have some sort of bond with her, but she's awful. She isn't even nice to you. You just haven't given her a chance. Maybe she comes along tonight, the two of you will finally get along. I doubt it, but it'd be funny. No. Damn. Okay, I won't invite her. Great. Thanks. The pastor's weird as fuck. Let's just go to Reese's. Alright, shall we head out? The three of you leave the library for an early dinner at Reese's. You once again find yourself in front of Reese's house. A cold hesitation grips you as the building looms over the hilltop. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels so much later, the sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? There's no such thing as early when you're hanging out with friends. That's just extra time you get to spend together. Okay, but what if she yells at us? That is a gaunt-looking fucker. It's too late. The door swings open. Hey, Reese! Oh my god, dude, it's been ages! You must be Ren, right? I've heard a lot about you. Stella's been relentless about making sure I get all the Ren updates. Okay. Are they here already? I knew you'd showed up early. Stella, and I knew you'd probably want to help me cook too. What can I say? I make an excellent sous chef. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably tidy to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven and the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you wandered into a real estate showing. So, how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not puttering around in my kitchen. I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left were the dinner rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner, and you can leave my house and go on about your business. But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. We still have time now, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you? It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Yes, okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to. Cool, we'll just be downstairs. You won't even know we're here. You make your way towards the basement stairs. Holy shit. Holy shit. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all of his time confined to his studio. Discarded canvases line its edges, while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense. Kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately. Haven't been cleaning much. Scroll, damn it. So you three go way back, huh? Almost to the womb. The school here is a tiny K-12, not exactly a one-room schoolhouse, but not far from it. We're lucky we all got along as much as we did. Some kids weren't able to make any friends their own age. They just happened to be born around the same time as some real jerks and were stuck with them through their whole school career. Poor kids. Not that we were free from dealing with jerks like a certain Scarlet I could name. Okay, she was a little rough around the edges, but she was pretty friendly when you got past that. Maybe to you. The way she used to look at me. You think I rolled in something foul every morning before school. Same here, though to be fair, the feeling was more mutual between us. She deserved it, though. highly doubt his mother. Alright. So, has Stella told you about everything that's happened the past couple of days? Oh, she's told me all about what you guys have found out there. Wish I could see some of it myself, but, you know. He gestures in futility towards the walls of the basement. Are you sure you just can't sneak out one of these nights? The doc isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick. You know that. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to. There's nothing to apologize for, and I appreciate the effort. Really, I do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. That die has already been cast. But we were talking about the past couple of days, weren't we? You have any thoughts on the ditchings we've been seeing? Yeah, they've been coming up to my window at night. Wait, really? Is that why you texted me that they looked like something out of your nightmares? Yeah, thought I was hallucinating. I hadn't put it together that we might have been seeing the same thing until just now. I've been sketching them, actually. Tell me what you think. Oh, yep, that's them. He pulls out a sketchbook from one of the piles in his room. Okay, that's exactly what I saw on my way home last night. What does it mean that they've been lurking around here, though? I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. You would think that. Agree to disagree with you there. Those things are going to be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. Does he even know who Wayne is? Yeah, leave it at that. You decided to leave it at that. Your art. It's something. There sure is a lot of it. Yeah, it's kind of a compulsion. Being stuck down here all the time can be pretty frustrating. My emotions have nowhere to go, so they just writhe and grow inside of me and pick me apart from within. But when it gets bad, I can just pick up a paintbrush and let them flow out of me and onto a canvas. Like I can trap them somewhere outside of myself, at least for a little while. But they come back, over and over again, so I keep painting. You know, you could gain a real following if you ever posted these online. Just saying. Nah, I think I'm okay just sticking to sparsely populated late-night live streams. That's all the social media I can handle. I don't know how you do it, Stella, having to exist in front of all those people all the time. Knowing some version of you lives in their heads, knowing they expect something out of you that you might not be able to give them. Okay, but if the only time you ever put your art on display is a live stream during school hours, when am I going to be able to see what you've been working on? Tell you what, when I die, I'll leave you my paintings. Then you can see them all. And maybe they'll be worth millions, since I'll be dead. I'll be able to rest easy knowing someone has retroactively given my life value. Okay. Oh, the situation's gotta be rough. Sorry. Thanks, but I've been dealing with this thing for a while, so you don't have to feel sorry for me. I've come to terms with the way the rest of my life is gonna be. Haha, you're so macabre, Reese. You make it sound like you've been sentenced to death. You haven't, right? Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it's been getting worse. I can barely keep most food down. My skin always itches like there are worms crawling underneath it. I could live for a long time, or a short time. No one's sure. But I'm definitely not going to get better. Whatever time I have left is going to be miserable. So I've done my mourning. My best years are behind me. My future is unknowable. But one day I'll wind up in a pine box, just like everyone else. And I'm okay with that. That dude's got some long-ass nails. How do I do that again? Alright, we'll just... Dang, Reese. I may be a goth, but that's some real nihilistic shit. We'll make sure to come by more often from here on out. Friendship heals all wounds, right? Thanks, guys, but you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my art. I'm doing fine, really. True, we'll all join the worms one day. We just have to make the best of what we got. She looks so offended. Ryan gets me. This is a cat I can jive with. Stella, maybe it was a mistake to get these two together. Alright. Rain silent, I guess? Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table. Guess that's it for catching up. Make sure you all wash your hands with soap. I don't want anyone sharing their germs at the dinner table. Sure thing, Doc. Yes, ma'am. You make your way towards the sink, but are stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hallway. It feels out of place, like you've accidentally wandered into a different, older house. But more than that, you feel something radiating from behind it. Something dark and cold. Something that reminds you of the dusty tunnels you narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum just beyond your hearing fills the air, and you feel strange. You're compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. Oh my god. It just keeps going. Before you know it, the doorknob is turning in your hands, your heart full of both deep dread and a compulsive need to know what might be on the other side. What do you think you're doing? Well, there's something compelling about this door. No, there isn't. Now wash your hands. Return to the door. You won't let her interrupt you. You need to know what's behind the door. Oh, no, you don't. Come on, wash your hands and sit down. She grabs you by the shoulder, yanking you away. You do as she says, cleaning up under her watchful eyes and allowing yourself to be ushered back to the table and away from the door. Oh, fun! Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Sel is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. She sits opposite you at the far head of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun in the windows behind her. Pills. She slides a few tablets toward Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I work too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. Well, you have excellent taste and brands, and if you want any tips on easy home-cooked pasta sauces, you know No thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. Ooh, that is... let's make some small talk. The food's not good, apparently. Thanks for putting this together, Dr. Kelly. I don't usually have to cook for so many people. I'm just glad there's enough for everyone. It reminded me of what it used to be like when those two would come over, hungry teenagers, eating me out of house and home. I should have charged your parents for all the food you kids went through. Honestly, it's like I was running a restaurant, not a doctor's office. What were Stella and Kanika like as kids? Noisy and messy, like all kids. There's suddenly a wistful look in her eye, like she's glimpsing back to some brighter time in her life. Kanika softens too, her shoulders lowering from the defensive place by her ears. And they always had those little projects, videos or crafts or animal rescues, whatever it was that captured their imaginations that week. glimmer of joy at the corner of her eye fades. Her glare returns in its place. So, like I said, noisy and messy. Didn't we bring a dead squirrel into your house once? Oh God, not the squirrel. I remember that squirrel. Didn't you think the doc could Frankenstein it back to life or something? I was like 12. I was very susceptible to what I saw on media, and very sad about that squirrel. That's one of those things that keeps me up at night. I still feel guilty about bringing that thing in your house, Dr. Kelly. I'm just glad you didn't make it a habit. How well do you know Tabitha? Not very. I'd know her a lot better if your family didn't seem to be so afraid of doctors. I can count on one hand the number of times she's been in my office. No wonder everyone with that old Edwardine died so young. Hopefully your mother was better about taking you to doctor's visits. I wouldn't be surprised if there was something genetic at play, and it's much better to catch those things early. Why didn't you want me poking around the clinic? You seemed awfully guarded about me checking out that door. Because it's closed. Doctors don't usually just let people wander around their clinics. Of course, Dr. Kelly, we would never. I'm sure Ren was just joking, right, Ren? You know, I can't say I ever felt drawn to the place before, but the secrecy is starting to make it feel awfully compelling. Stella, don't you think of getting any ideas from Ren. No one's played hide and seek in my private offices. Not today, not ever. Ren, she doesn't need any more bad influences. Yeah, but what if it's haunted? This place was built out of an old Civil War hospital, right? It was a TB clinic, too. Ooh, shit. Double haunted. Can't believe I've never went ghost hunting here. Are you sure you don't want us to check it out? We'll have a whole bunch of extra experience after tonight. It's not haunted. Now drop it. Dr. Kelly's eyes briefly, nervously glanced toward her son, before flitting back to a position of annoyance. You can't help but feel like what you saw went beyond compassionate worry to a genuine fear. You're a doctor. Have you ever seen a dead body? What kind of question is that? An interesting one? I'm a doctor. Of course I've seen a dead body. I have, in fact, seen many dead bodies. She's also the Scarlet Hollow coroner, so she's seen the dead body of everyone who's died in Scarlet Hollow, at least in the past few decades. I'm not a coroner. I'm a medical examiner. A coroner is an elected official. I'm just a doctor licensed to do autopsies. But it's not something I have to do very often, and not exactly what I call dinner talk, so let's drop it, shall we? Okie dokie! Should we? Ooh. Ooh! Do you know Sam Wayne? Sam Wayne. Dr. Kelly takes a moment to think. No, doesn't ring a bell. Someone you know? Someone who's been following Ren around. Super mysterious guy. We have reason to believe he might have got some kind of weird illness at the mines. He definitely looks like he could use medical help, so please let us know if he shows up or anything. If there's someone harassing you, you should get the police involved. This ain't any of my business. You see any weird hairless creatures scurrying around in the woods? I don't tend to go wandering in the woods, so no. You don't have to go all the way to the woods. They've been coming to our windows at night. They've been what? There are these things called ditchlings, and they've been preying on the local wildlife. And Ren and I found a whole nest of them the other night when we... Oh, I see. There's some of your little cryptozoological creatures. I know it sounds pretty out there, but I've seen these things in person. We're not messing around. They're out there laying eggs and animals doing God knows what else. And here I thought you finally managed to get an even head on your shoulders, Kanika. Seems like Stella might be a bad influence on you. I know her little stories can be convincing. That's only because she managed to so thoroughly convince herself. She's not making up stories, and neither is Kanika, and neither am I. All you have to do is look outside after dark. There have been more every night. They're all pale and doughy in their faces. They're like sculptures of humans that didn't set right. I see. You stay up late painting your grisly faces, so you've started to see them everywhere. I'm sure whatever's outside, it's just raccoons or... Stop doubting everything I say. Stop trying to rewrite things I tell you to fit what you think should be true. There's weird shit going down in Scarlet Hollow, whether you want to face it or not. And aside from Reese's mom staring down the table, nobody is making eye contact with anyone else. Alrighty, have there been any strange illnesses spreading around town? What? No. Are you sure you haven't met with any minors that had unusual symptoms? Anyone who seemed sort of drippy or strangely ominous when they talked? It's hard to pry, just doing my due diligence. Absolutely not. I've barely seen so much as a runny nose, which is a good thing. You're so concerned about the mind, why don't you just have ran-ass Tabitha? I have no interest in violating HIPAA for your weird little investigation into nothing. Alright, she's no help. You remain silent, quietly picking at store-bought spaghetti and dinner rolls. So I was wondering if we could maybe watch a movie sometime this week while Ren is still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like it's ever gonna change. I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mom just to have friends over. Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix. Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Damn it, I knew it. I knew this would be too much. Everyone, get out of my house. Please just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it does is hurt him more. But we can't just leave him like this. Now is when he needs friends the most. Now is when he needs me the most. I'm his doctor and his mother. I know you care about him. I know that, and he knows it too. But all any of you would do is get in the way. So just leave. Please. Oh, shit. You seemed fine before dinner. It always comes in waves, and I can assure you that right now, he's very much not fine. Now leave. The three of you are rushed to the door. We'll be back, Reese. I hope you feel better soon. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your faces. The click of a lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. Something weird happened when I went to wash my hands. It was like I was forced to try and break into the clinic. Forced how? It was like something was making me go there. I wonder, was it like that carving in the pit last night? Before you had that seizure, it was like you were hypnotized. I wasn't there, but I guess I'll take your word on it. Hypnotism seems like a step up from what we've been dealing with, though. I mean, I don't know. A lot happened last night, but the whole thing is very trance-like. I guess it was kind of similar. What if there's another carving in there? That'd be so weird. If there is, I wonder if it'd give you another vision. Maybe these things have something to do with the ditchlings. You're not suggesting we go poking around in there, are you? Of course I am. Maybe tomorrow. I'm not breaking into Dr. Kelly's clinic based on a bad vibe Ren got. Did either of you get the impression that Dr. Kelly is afraid of Reese? I could have sworn I saw genuine fear in her eyes for a second there. Are you sure she just wasn't being overprotective? I'm sure that's all that's going on, and she's every right to be. I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. Can't imagine what that's like for both of them to go through. If anyone's afraid of anyone in the house, Reese is afraid of his mom. I think you're both reading into things too much. Dr. Kelly is a good person. Look, I'm just saying, maybe there's more to their dynamic than him just being sick. But it's not like there's much we can do about it right now. We could probably go back and forth on this for a while. Let's just get going. The sun is setting and we don't want to miss a second at ghost action. Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street. Lit by the orange hues of the setting sun, the library feels different. What was once a quaint building in a small town now stands as an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back at you with menace. Maybe Stella is right. Maybe ghosts aren't real, and the rest of tonight is going to be a pleasant break from the events of the past few days. Before you enter, a pair of figures in the nearby bush catch your eye. You can't help but feel that with every passing day, the dishlings grow bolder. There's one there, and one there. I think that could just be the texture. Enter the library. Just as its exterior was intimidating in the setting sun, the inside of the library is dark, its shadows deep and foreboding. The meet and greet with the mayor ended quite some time ago, and the throngs of visitors took whatever joy was in this place with them when they left. Hey, Oscar! Are you back yet? Shh, you can't yell in a library. It's against the rules. It's after hours. Rules only apply before 5 p.m. Now it's our domain. Hey, you're here sooner than I expected. Hope dinner went okay? Yeah, it went okay. Reese wasn't feeling up for a longer hangout, unfortunately. I'm sorry to hear that. It's okay, it just means we have more time to hunt ghosts. I've come fully loaded. Got my EMF reader, temperature gauge, spirit box, infrared camera, UV light, video cameras, salt, flashlights for everybody in case the ghost messes with the electricity, parabolic microphone, Sharpies and paper for automatic writing, matches, and candles for rituals. That's... Oh, and a Ouija board. I know they're toys, but you never know what might come in handy. Jesus, this woman really just saw fucking... What's the ghost hunting game that everyone plays? Jeez. I can't remember the name of it right now. Wow, that is a lot of ghost hunting stuff for something that was so last minute. Do you just have this stuff ready to go in a bug out bag or something? Of course I do. I actually stashed a couple bags here overnight after I got back from the mines. Jeez, woman! Excuse me? I wasn't about to carry everything around all day. This way we can go in light and pop out to grab more stuff once things start getting spooky. I may never have found any compelling evidence of ghosts, but that's not for lack of trying. And after last night, I'm more than ready to try again. Avery! Hey, hope I'm not too late. Have I missed any creepy paranormal stuff? Avery, glad you can make it. The more pairs of hands we have, the more equipment we can carry. Sure thing. Always happy to offer a hand or two. Glad there'll be someone else with a level head in there tonight. Whoa, is that an EMF reader? I've never seen one in person. Look at all this stuff. Spirit box, parabolic microphone. Y'all really covered all your bases. Maybe I spoke too soon. You know me, Kanika. I'm as level-headed as they come. I'm just not ready to rule out weird paranormal stuff. When people tell me they saw a ghost, who am I to say they didn't? I mean, y'all apparently saw some really unexplainable stuff on Monday. That mine only collapsing again after 100 years while y'all were there? What the fuck? I'm just saying, anything seems possible right now. I got a bad feeling about this. There were ditchlings in the bushes outside. Who knows how many more are lurking around there. Are those the monsters you saw in the woods? Just once I'd like to actually see some of this stuff myself. We can walk right back out if you want. Trust me, you don't. If Sybil's right, we're only going to see more of them as time goes on. We can't let them get in the way of things. Those mines were chock full of ghosts last night. After all my fruitless ghost hunts, I'm basically convinced myself that ghosts weren't real. but last night we saw some really convincing evidence. Especially those figures you mentioned. Though I'm still 50-50 on whether they're cryptids or ghosts. Hopefully whatever happens tonight will help clear that up. I can't wait to wander through Oscar's house for a few uneventful hours before getting Rosalina tucked into bed. I could use a nice quiet night after everything we went through. That'd be too bad. I was kinda hoping to see a ghost. Maybe it'll be a happy medium between no ghost and deadly spirits of vengeance. Casper's situation might be nice. I envy your pessimism here, but I suppose it won't be long until we get to the bottom of things. Who the hell is that? Oh, I forgot about the kid. I forgot he was forgot he was coming with us. Yo, don't rush off ghost busting without Zane. No way was I gonna forget your promise, Stella. Zane! Glad you could make it. I was confronted with my own mortality for the first time yesterday, so I'm desperate for answers about the afterlife to ease my troubled mind. Now let's go mess with some ghosts. I hope my house is big enough for 6 ghost hunters at once. If this is everyone, we can go ahead and get started. It's through the back. Follow me. Well, 7 next time. Hey, Ewan, kick ghost ass, okay? I missed my special tree. You and your companions grab some equipment from one of Stella's carefully stashed bug-out bags before heading towards the junction connecting Oscar's house and the library. I keep feeling like I'm saying library wrong. Looks like the sun is almost set. This is when stuff usually starts to kick off. Oh, that's a nice coat! I haven't been back inside for about a week, so I have no idea what to expect. Hey! You didn't think you'd be doing this without me, did you? Rosalina, I thought you were at Alexis's place. Sorry, Mr. Gutierrez. She's really convincing. Oh, hi Zane. What's up? Yo. You don't want to leave me out of stuff like this anymore, Dad. I'm not some fragile thing that needs protecting. I can handle seeing a ghost, or whatever it is that's keeping us out of our house. I really don't think you want to see what's in there, Rosalina. I don't know if you'd ever be able to feel safe in our house again if you knew it was there. I mean, Zane's coming, so it's not like tonight is an adults-only event. I mean, she's got a good point, Mr. G. Yeah, I don't want to be called just because you're scared. Alexis and I can handle this. Yeah, we can totally handle this. Okay, I'm sorry, Rosa. Just let me know if it gets to be too much and you want to leave, okay? Thanks, Dad. Now let's get our house back. Too many characters and I can't do voices for all of them. You all cross over the threshold and enter Oscar's living room. Family photos line the walls and stacks of books sit comfortably on the wooden furniture. Aside from the painting on the floor, this living room feels too normal, too human to be haunted. Okay, looks pretty normal now. I don't remember that picture being on the floor, but that could be non-supernatural. None of my equipment is picking up anything around the picture. But I'll set up a camera in case it falls again. Could be important evidence. You might want to save your cameras for Rosalina's room. That's where I've seen the ghost manifest. I wonder if the ghost will even show with this many people around. Wait, is it just me or does it suddenly feel colder? It sure does. I definitely feel that. Same. I've got chills. And they're wearing a nice coat. The temperature gun says it's actually a couple of degrees colder, but that's normal. Rooms and hallways are always sometimes colder. The temperature gun says it's actually a couple of degrees colder, but that's normal. Rooms and hallways are sometimes colder than other parts of the house. Whoa, genuine cold spot. Gotta snap a pic for posterity. Is that it? This isn't very scary. Come on, guys. Wait, Rosalina, if the ghost mostly manifests in your room, shouldn't you have seen it? I've only seen the stain. Dad made me switch rooms with him way before we moved out. I wasn't about to let my daughter sleep in a haunted room. Spent most of my nights on the couch before we set up shop in the library. Even if there is something back there, I'm not scared of it. I'm mad at it. You're all so brave. I'd be terrified, sleeping somewhere that I have. What? Y'all are so brave. I'd be terrified, sleeping somewhere that might have a ghost. Alright. Why not? We're wasting our time here. Officer said the ghost is in Rosalina's room. Yeah, but we don't have to rush there. I'm sure we can deal with it from out here. Right? Stella, I've been meaning to ask, do you actually know how to get rid of ghosts? How exactly we're going to get rid of it if we find it? Well, my ghost hunting kit has symbols from every major religion. Assorted holy books, a bunch of salt, and some jars for ectoplasm. And if worst comes to worst, we can always use the Ouija board to politely ask it to leave. Aren't Ouija boards super cursed? Are you sure that wouldn't make it mad or invite a demon into the house or something? That sounds like fun to me. We might as well try, right? What's the worst that could happen? Make the ghost mad and it gives us more evidence? Sounds like a win-win. I think I'd rather not take the chance. One ghost is enough to deal with. I don't much like the thought of opening a door for something worse. Wow, you've never been this superstitious, Dad. This ghost really has you freaked out. Okay. Officer takes a deep breath before continuing. Let's head to Rosalina's room. Follow me. That feeling again, like the mines, like the door to the clinic. A dusty, suffocating, dizzying feeling. Something is in this house, though whether it's a ghost or something worse. You aren't sure. Whoa. Just stay on it, why don't you? Oh, God. This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain. Weird. I'm not getting anything. It's not even cold. It's the same temperature as the living room. Nothing on the EMF either. Then your equipment is wrong. That stain is definitely paranormal. I've scrubbed it out too many times to count. It just keeps coming back. It's just a stain, Dad. Can't we just cover it back up? I don't mind sleeping in here. Maybe we have to scrub it out first. Could be that the paranormal stuff will activate if we give it a reason to. Oh, good idea. Y'all are offering free carpet cleaning. Be my guest. Good blood. I'd hate to be the one to bring up destruction of property, but have you tried tearing up the carpet? In a house owned by the government? No, I'm not messing with their carpets. I'd rather scrub ghost blood out of it every day than have the government take me to court for destroying their property. It could be a good idea. This could be a sign of structural damage, and I'm sure the government would rather know about it now than wind up with a bigger problem down the line, right? Plus, there might be something written under there in blood. Only one way to be sure. Rip the carpet up. Stella excitedly starts tugging at the corner of the carpet. Oh dear. You doing the government a favor, really? We'll cover for you. You don't have to sweat it. Hey-o! Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch. The floor around it is stained and reddish brown. There's a broken seal around its edges. Whoever carpeted it over this hatch didn't want anyone going down there. What if there isn't a ghost after all? What if somebody lives down there? Okay, maybe I don't want to sleep in here. There's a broken seal around its edges. Someone doesn't want us down there. Yeah, but how long ago was it sealed up? Whoever did this has got to be long gone, right? But there's no basement in this house. At least we weren't told about a basement. And look, all the red stuff is coming from underneath. Oh yeah, this is super haunted. Alright, you got a basement chock full of ghosts. I can just feel it. Woo! Ghost basement. Still, no readings though. None of the equipment has made a sound. Of course not. You know, last month was super rainy. It's clearly been a long time since anyone stepped foot in the basement or crawl space or whatever it is under the hatch. There must be a leak that flooded the whole area under the house. The water dissolved the caulk around the edge and leaked through the carpet, and it's red because North Carolina has some red-ass dirt. It's as simple as that. It's not mud. It's blood. Human blood. I tested it. Maybe you tested it wrong? It can't be blood, right? Whatever it is, I need to know what's down there. I need to know what's been under my bed all these years. I mean, I know, right? That's freaky as shit. Yeah, there's an old hatch in the floor that someone tried to seal up. We're not leaving until we explored every nook and cranny. Stella's the person who gets either killed off first in a horror movie or is the final role. It's no in between for her. Have you considered that maybe they tried sealing it up because it's unsafe? Well, why not just cover it up completely with the floorboards then? Uh-oh, do you think the flooding could have made the house unstable? I'm all in on ghost hunting, but I don't know if I could crawl into another dangerous crevice. I'm going for it. Let's go into the pits! Oh shit, let me save. You come to an Oscar's living room. You can't tell what time it is, and your friends are nowhere in sight. The building feels colder, and there's something about the air that feels wrong. It's stale, with an undercurrent of mold and earth. You feel claustrophobic, as though you were in a coffin, each breath depleting what little oxygen is left. Hello? Is anybody here? There is no reply. Can I call? Oh shit, call Benito. The phone rings. Eddie? You can hear something drop violently on the other end, and then a dial tone. God. The phone rings. I've been looking all over for you. Where did you... What? Why are you saying that? I didn't say anything? Yeah, okay, I get it. Pulling a funny little prank on your poor, long-suffering cousin, playing some creepy old-time radio clip over the phone. Did Kanika put up you... What the fuck? Did Kanika put you up to this? Whatever, just come home. I'm sick of chasing after you. The call disconnects. The phone rings. Eddie? It's the same voice you heard when you called Kanika, uttering the same phrase. You once again hear something drop violently on the other end, and then a dial tone. You dial 911. Hello? What's your... Hello? Is this some kind of prank? Franklin, come listen to this. Is that some kind of old-time radio show? But it's just repeating the same phrase over and over. Somebody's trying to creep us out. Now, hold on just a minute. Ain't this area code from New York? I'll be damned. Listen here, Ren, we know that you got some nerve calling in with a juvenile prank like this. Damn if it ain't creepy though. Eddie? Eddie? Repeating like that. Do we know any Eddies? Just hang up, Hugby. Gotta keep these lines clear for real callers. We'll deal with Ren later. That's enough. You put your phone away. This clearly isn't getting you anywhere. But it is giving information. Who's Rosalina's room? Whatever just happened was weird, but your friends are probably still in Rosalina's room. You head further into the house. Ooh! Something isn't right. It feels like a late summer afternoon. The air is warm and wet. The scent of flowers drifts on the breeze. Ah! I wasn't expecting that. Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in shadows rises to attention. Who are you? What are you doing on my property? Stella? Did you say Eddie? No one's called me that in a long time. It's Edward Dean now. I'm not a child anymore. Eddie, That's the same name I heard over the phone. I wish I could say the same. Wish I could say the same. You should have stayed gone, and you absolutely shouldn't have shown up here of all places. If you're caught, I don't think you understand what Father might do. I'm not scared of Father. Flash of pain in Scylla's eyes tells you that she's keenly aware of everything that's happening right now. She is in agony. I can't. It's not that easy for me. My brothers were sent to Normandy, and now I'm the only Scarlet left besides Father. I have responsibilities, Charlie. I know you still love me. You should just get out of town while you still can. Whatever you came back for, it's not worth it. Let her go, please. I didn't mean it like that. She's gone, along with the shadow in the corner of the room. You're alone again in this strange garden. Follow her. You move to follow the narrow path through the foliage. As you step forward, a single door, standing solitary in the middle of the garden, appears before you. Enter. You walk up to the door and open it. Bells ring as a cacophony rages outside. The door in front of you pulsates as figures unseen bang against it. The shade figures from the garden sit in the corner, ever so slightly more defined. Junior, pack your things! Quickly, hurry! Maybe we should run them out on the rail too. Make an example of the whole family. Okay, I'll pack real good. Please, he's only a child. We'll leave peacefully. Just give us a little time. They're only children too. My boy was in there. Why should I give Junior here all the time in the world gathering his little toys and fancy clothes? My boy didn't have that kind of luxury. The collapse, Junior leaving, Charlie returning. It's all starting to come together. They're the same person. I'm packing. Please stop yelling. Don't listen to him, Charlie. Just keep packing. Looks like the others are on their way. Better hurry, boy, or you can get a little dull so you might get turned up. As for you, lady, who makes you think you're going to be keeping any of those items when you're packing in that fine suitcase of yours? Scared of you. Trust me, boy, the coppers ain't coming here tonight, and what makes you think you can talk to them all like that? Maybe they should have had you working in the mines too, instead of lazing around in a big house. Maybe you should have learned a thing or two about respecting your elders. Don't talk to my son like that. Don't talk to me like that, woman. I call the shots. Now get out, unless you want to go up and play with all your precious jewels in expensive dresses. You're lucky I'm even letting you leave. Am I supposed to be you? It's okay, Charlie. You can make new ones, even better than these. It's good form. Shouldn't be playing with dolls anyway. Now you're gonna have to earn your keep just like the rest of us, boy. No more big inheritance for you. Alexis and Rosalia whisked away, leaving you behind in an empty room. Is they depart, the front door stops pounding and opens into a beckoning white void. Before you have a chance to think, another door creaks open on what you thought was the ceiling. There you are. This is quite the maze, isn't it? And absolutely crawling with these miserable little parasites. Body beers. How did you get down here? I followed you in. I'm never very far behind. As he approaches, a smell hits you, sweating, suffocated flesh with a tinge of saccharine and a stomach-churning scent of decay. Shall we find the end of this little maze? Walk forward into the void. There's no need for you to run away from Wayne. You step past him and walk into the void. You're outside, and it's night. A false moon looms massive in the painted sky. Wayne is gone. Oh, you're a freaking fucker. Night feels thick and warm, the insects lively, their calls unnaturally tinny. Everything feels warped and wrong, like you're listening to a record fished from the bottom of the pond. Unless your eyes are playing tricks on you, the shadow in the corner keeps getting closer. Hey, Kanika. You poor dear. I've been keeping track of you, scattering around town like a tomcat. You've fallen hard for Miss Edwardine, haven't you? Okay, Edwardine is a Scarlet, but so is Charlie, and if you're Charlie, and you're... Okay, no, we're not gonna go down that train of thought. Kanika, I'll get you out of here, I promise. There's no need to be embarrassed. Your secret is safe with me. You know, I never did approve of what the Scarlets did to your family. What it did to the two of you youngins. Okay, so... childhood sweethearts, just think how lovely it would be if you could just be happy together. That's what you want, isn't it? I don't like this. Okay, so... Charlie's not a Scarlet then. Are you mad because Edwardine and Charlie's romance didn't work out? I'm sure by now you realize the young lady doesn't plan on leaving with you, but it's not for lack of desire, as you well know. It's Enoch. Even if you dragged her over the town limits, his hold over her would make sure neither of you were ever happy again. Just think what happened to your poor mother and father. Do you want that to be the two of you? What do you even know about my parents? The powers at work here are stronger than even your love could withstand. You need to break the bonds holding her here. Then you can both go free. No more misfortune. Not for you, not for anyone else bold enough to set foot outside the hollow. Nika mind's telling you something, though her hand is empty. Everything you need to know is on that map. Thank you. I shall do as you say. That's where you'll find them. You need her there. Then read what I've written down and be careful. Good luck to the both of you. I hope you get your happiness. I don't think they did. And then she's gone. Sup, Wayne? Ugh, it's trying to get rid of me. It'll have to try harder. I thought you wanted me to stay at the estate where it's safe. Now you want me to piece together a mystery? What changed? Events have started that cannot be stopped. What are you? I'm a friend. Do you know the way out? I will soon, but in the meantime, you have nothing to fear. I'm watching over you. I'm not worried about myself. I'm worried about my friends. The people you only met 2 days ago. I'm sure if something happens to them, you will recover soon enough. Damn, bitch. It's not as if your bonds are strong enough to leave a mark or broken. Continue forward. Damn. You continue forward through the uncanny underbrush. An Oscar? Once again, you find yourself separated and alone. A long wooden corridor stands before you, littered with bottles and rails. A figure rises to attention, blocking your way. I'm afraid he doesn't have long. If there's anything you need to say to him, I'd say it now. As Zane is swept away, the room pulls itself to you, and you find yourself looming over a deathbed. Oscar lies in its center, looking pitifully small. I'm sorry, boy. Sorry I let my troubles drive your mama away. Sorry those troubles mean I'm leaving you all alone now. So you must be Charles Shaw. Damn it, Junior. How many times do I have to tell you? I tried to stop it from happening, but that damn snake Enoch went behind my back. So you're saying Enoch was the one responsible for the collapse? You're right. I've been using an excuse for too many years. At a certain point, a man has to accept when he's dead in his own grave. They may have run me out. They didn't put the bottle in my hand. Still. They just swore our legacy, boy. Both our names are cursed with history. I'll be dead and gone soon, but I won't be able to rest. Not until our name is cleared. Not until you can pass on this name with pride. This is my only request, Charlie. Go back there. Tell people the truth. Try to find proof. I don't know what you'll have to do, but please. I know I ain't been the best father, but I'm no murderer. Alright, Dad. I won't let you down. Damn it, boy. I might not have till the morning. Promise me. Promise you'll go back. And at the very least, show that Enoch bastard a fool. I promise. Shit. You watch as Oscar's body seizes and falls through the sheets, taking the rattling pile of bottles with him. Such theatrics. What a waste of time. Why force you to see any of this? People always think their own experiences are so important. What does any of it matter? Do you know what it's trying to tell me? Yes, and it's trivial. Don't worry yourself with it. You keep disappearing. It's doing its best to keep us apart, but I have a feeling it'll be over soon. Then the exit won't be hard to find. Are my friends dead? They're alive. I'm not sure if they'll stay that way. Let's move on. Let's. You move back to the bed to quietly leave the hole Oscar left behind and crawl through. You find yourself pressed uncomfortably against a trellis. A small castle sits off to one side of the wall, and the bars of a prison loom over both all of it and all of you. Okay. Climb up the trellis again. How very Romeo and Juliet of you. No need to run off. I won't tell the old man, though you've gotten sloppy. You should try to be more careful if you don't want him putting you in an early grave. The bars behind you, are the bars you're behind metaphorical or are they real? No, not one of her brothers. I'm a prisoner, another victim of the Scarlet's lies, like you, Charles Shaw. Charles was my father's name. I'm Charlie. Mere generation makes no difference. His blood runs in your veins, does it not? Now, it runs in hers. Yes, it seems your little trysts bore fruit. Oh, and oh, will you ever be in trouble when the old man finds out? Wait, I'm gonna be a daddy? You know you don't have to keep dangling there. Come inside. You'll be able to hear me through the door just fine. Oh, shit. The world around you swirls, and you find yourself pulled to the other side of the wall. A door bound by countless locks and chains pulsates before you. Do you want me to let you out? That's not what I invited you for. I couldn't escape even with your help. I merely wanted to offer a warning. Leave town now. Why? Why should I leave? You can't take her with you. It's not possible. You can always stay and die, but if I were you, I would use my healthy legs and run as far from Scarlet Hollow as possible. I hear the beach is nice. Why don't you take a permanent vacation there? I wish I could. You've been talking to the witch then. Oh, very interesting. Charlie, get away from the door. Don't listen to it. Edie, what the hell's going on here? How does it know that? Interesting interpretation. What makes you say that? Were you there for this conversation? The wording is a little off, but it conveyed the meat of things well enough. I get the feeling we're nearly at the end of this little maze. Stay close. Wayne disappears into the dark corridor. You follow close behind. Shaw. Oh, the Shaw people owned the mine before the Scarlets. Okay, yeah, that's right. For the first time, you and Wayne enter a new room, unseparated, the two of you finding yourselves huddled under a large table. Stella stares through you as indecipherable murmurs and shuffling feet echo from the ends of the table. They're so lovely. Are you sure I can keep one? You must have worked very hard on them. It's a gift. Take it. Just let the scene play out. There's no use trying to communicate, whether you're with the resident or you're with friends. I'm trying to keep it away from my brother so he doesn't smash it, though I wish I could make it move like you can. And you can even do the voices, you know. You could probably make real money if you put on a show for people. Oh, so that's why everyone's been moving so freely while they've been possessed, right? He's got a thing with puppets. Please don't engage with it while I try to find another door. Shut up, Wayne. I do what I want. Traveling show? And you want me there too? Oh, we could go to towns along the beach. I heard the Outer Banks are the most beautiful place in the world. Again with the beach. Those in the hills always seem to yearn for the flat expanses and salty air. Thank you, Charlie. I've always wanted to see the ocean. Everything crashes to a thunderous black before you or Wayne can get in another word. I Tabitha would have played into this. A single spotlight remains, illuminating a trapdoor in the center of the stage. You feel drawn to it. It opens. You feel a shove from behind and tumble through the hatch. It took some digging, but it's there. The map was right. Oh, that means there's hope, Edie. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. We can be happy together. Damn, she murdered that bitch. Edie? Sorry. Damn. She bludgeoned that. Do you want that or not? Are you getting out or not? Thank you. Wayne is gone once again. There's nothing here but you and the howling void. Do you repent? Do you repent for your crimes? Why should I? I'm not responsible for any of this. You must answer for the crimes committed by your scarlet blood. Until you do, I cannot die. I want to die, please. I've been alone in the dark for so long. All I ask is for some of your years. To pay for the years that were taken from me. My life was stolen from me. I want some of yours. It's only fair. The sins of the father will be laid upon the children. Fuck that shit. Forfeit your years, and I will finally leave. And what happens if I refuse? Then I will stay. I will stay until I get what I'm owed. I don't understand. You will live a short life, and I will finally be satisfied. I will have justice. I will finally die. I will leave this house at last. How much shorter would my life be? That isn't for you to know. Just as it wasn't for me to know. One day, sooner than you'd like, you will die. A smell hits you. That now familiar, wet, unwell odor. Sup, Wayne? What an annoying pest you are. You couldn't keep me out for long. It seems we've exhausted his power. Holding all these bodies hostage must have been quite taxing. Come along, Ren. It's desperate, but it has no power over you. There's no need to bow to the will of such a frayed and broken consciousness. Leave it to fester. What about my friends? What happens to them if I just leave? They've already left. They're not a factor in this. Where will Oscar and Rosalina live if the ghost stays? Don't give years of your life for something so insignificant. But I can't just leave the ghost here. You can. Oh, shit. I can just find a new house to live in, right? Alright, Rain, I'll trust you. Leave. You're right, I want to help, but I can't justify the cost. You don't need my help. Close your eyes. Feel for the stairs. Close your eyes. You fumble in the darkness, reaching out your hand and grasping the air until your palm finds wood. It's the staircase. You can feel it under your hands. You begin your ascent. Good. You made it out of the pit. His overpowering smell returned as you place a confident foot on the wooden floor of what you assume must be Rosalina's room. You open your eyes as you try to hold your breath. You feel a hand on your back. You shudder, knowing what it's attached to. Don't fall it. Don't fall for it. Keep feeling your way forward. You continue. You feel the doorframe under your palm, and then the sturdy walls of the hallway beyond. Wayne's palm continues to gently urge you forward. You stumble into the corridor between the annex and the library. The real world is swimming back into focus. Good, the main doors are just ahead. You feel a shove as Wayne pushes you forward. You fall towards the entrance, your legs still unsure of the ground beneath you, and the doors fly open. You're outside. It's realist time. A cool autumn breeze blows small piles of dried leaves across the steps of the library. You made the right choice. It would have been so easy to fall for its tricks. I'm proud that you didn't. Be seeing you. He leaves before you can say anything in response. Oh, thank God. Thank God you made it out, Ren. I went to get Mom when I realized you hadn't left the library with the rest of us. I figured if anyone knew what to do, it'd be her. I see someone beat me to the punch. Sounds like you've had quite the evening. My bones were meant to bury me like that. I'm gonna be hurting for a few days at least. I suppose I'll have to find another place for me and Rosalina to stay. This was such a disaster. I'm so sorry to have brought you all into that house. I should have left that place to rot. You and Rosalina can always stay with us, Mr. Gutierrez. I wouldn't want to impose an appearance like that. It's a lot to ask. I can figure this out. I hope you're not mad at me for getting out of there. Of course not. It's just a house, and we don't even own it. I'm not gonna let you sacrifice your life for a rental. Even if we own the place, that ghost was asking for quite the down payment. I'm really sorry we couldn't get rid of your ghost, Oscar. Don't apologize. I wouldn't want you to lose something that important for a rental unit owned by the state. Honestly, if it makes you feel better, I don't think I could have lived with the guilt if you'd made that choice. Are you sure you can't take up Alexis's offer? Oscar sighs. You're right. You're right. I'm gonna peace out. Back-to-back encounters with my own mortality? I've got a lot to ponder. See you, Rosalina. See you, Alexis. Sane walks off down the road. To think that ghosts are actually real. Stella's gotta be over the moon right now. I don't know, she doesn't look like it. Actually, wait, where is Stella? In the back. Oh, she's just standing there, by herself. That isn't like her. Hey, Stella, are you okay? What? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I'll see you guys later. She hurries off down the road. I think she took the brunt of things in there. No wonder she's having a hard time right now. Should we go after her? I think she just needs some time to herself. Stella's never been the kind to share her burdens, and I doubt that'll change just because somebody was chasing after her. If anything, it'll just make her clam up even more. She's a strong girl. She'll be okay. I'm honestly surprised that she ain't Oh shit, that's not Oscar. I'm honestly surprised that she and Zane are the only ones heading out right now. You've all been through something awful. Each and every one of you needs rest. Especially you, Kanika. We don't want that quarter ghost to get any worse. God, what a disaster this whole night has been. No idea it would turn out like this. I'm so sorry, everyone. Stop apologizing, Dad. We're the ones who don't have a house anymore. We don't even have the library. There was another carving in there. I wonder if those things are tied to everything supernatural that's been happening. Yeah, I wonder. One is a coincidence, but two of them on back-to-back nights? And if you and Stella were right, and there's another one in the clinic? I'm sorry? I'm a little lost. You've been finding carvings around town and haven't been given any visions? This is news to me, too. I'm sure everyone here could stand around theorizing about this and that all night long. There'll be plenty of time for that tomorrow. And I'd love to discuss those visions over tea. Were you conscious that whole time? Everyone glances at each other. Yeah. It was awful. Kind of fun too, but mostly awful. I'm pretty sure we remember everything. At least up until that guy showed up and snapped us out of it. Wayne, he's been following Red around. What did he say to you? We don't need to trouble Red for any details. No one pay any mind to that man. What the fuck is your deal, Sybil? He's just a drifter. He'll be gone soon enough. In the meantime, steer clear and he won't make trouble. He was a lot of help, though, relatively speaking. I spent a lot of time with Wayne in there. Yeah, I noticed. We could smell him as soon as we stepped out of it. What happened? Did he hurt you? He seemed to know something about whoever Avery was playing. Really? That's super weird. And super interesting. I wouldn't know anything about things that happened over 80 years ago. Wasn't he? Oh, that is not. Why would he know anything about things that happened here 80 years ago? Wasn't he a drifter? Like I said, let's not trouble Red about him. Just stay away, all of you. Do any of you know who you were supposed to be? No idea. The words just came out. There was no context, nothing. But there was a weird feeling, like an overwhelming guilt. I was so angry. I was mostly just scared. I didn't feel any of those things. I don't know how to describe it. I felt powerful. I was just cold. What do we do about the library? We can always board it up until the ghost goes away. Right? The mines are boarded up, and that just makes us want to go down there even more. We can't just tell them it's mega haunted. Even if folks believe us, that'll just make them want to investigate for themselves. Maybe we just say there's a gas leak? Sybil, is there any chance this goes away on its own? I'm not really an authority on these things, but it doesn't seem interested in fading away. Okay, that's settled then. We board it up. We say there was a gas leak. And just hope no one gets curious, I guess. It's the best we can do for now. I guess I should probably head back. We should probably get going too. It's starting to get chilly out, and I don't want to keep Alexis pairing up too late. I'll be over late at night with some bed and hot tea, and I'll have Miles bring you groceries in the morning. Don't be a stranger. Let us know if you need anything, okay? Believe it's time for me to get my daughter home as well. But, Kanika dear, you haven't been feeling well. You need to get some rest. Okay. She's gonna be too sick to try to leave tomorrow. That's how they keep her here for the plot. I bet. I'll see you tomorrow, Ren? Yeah, I haven't forgotten about what we talked about this morning. Cool. Neither have I. Kanika wearily treks back to the general store. I'll be back in a moment to walk you home, dear. I just need to put the tea on and give your cousin a quick call. Oh, please don't. Sybil leaves you and catches up to her daughter. My whole body hurts. Mom, what was that? And I want a better answer than a ghost. We'll be alright. Let me get you some of that special tea. It's been working well, don't you think? I think ibuprofen would be better. But I gotta admit, the tea has been nice. I'll put the kettle on as soon as we get home. I guess it's just the two of us now. What do you remember? As far as I know, all of it. I might start forgetting soon, but for now, it's all fresh. The twisting wasn't the most pleasant, but even though I feel like I got tossed in a blender, it honestly made me feel so alive. So you don't regret coming along tonight? Look, that was a horrible experience that will stick with me for the rest of my days. And we better get rid of the ghost. But failure has a way of bringing people together. And hey, I got genuinely possessed back there. How many people can say they were possessed by a ghost? So you know any of you were? I could roughly place most of the others. None whatsoever, but I don't remember anything I said, and I remember that cold feeling. A pioneer, a prisoner of the Scarlets. I wonder what your family was up to back then. Yes, we can add it to the ever-growing pile of mysteries. I guess you probably got some shared trauma with everyone now. Avery chuckles, and then grabs at the ribs, wincing. Yeah, I guess I do, huh? Not tonight was horrific, but it was also thrilling, and knowing we all went through it together makes it easier. There are people to commiserate with tomorrow morning when the soreness really starts to set in. Still, I feel worse for Oscar and Rosalina than I feel for myself. See if there's something that Winnie can do to help him out. At the very least, I can help him spruce things up with some plans so they can find a place to settle in. Which reminds me, I better get back home. I'm supposed to have a shift tomorrow morning. I might have to call in sick, but here's hoping a good night's sleep is enough to heal up. Avery heads off, leaving the square in front of the library empty. Sybil returns not long after Avery leaves. It's time to go back to the estate. Your cousin wasn't exactly thrilled to hear about what happened tonight, but I think I blunted your anger as much as I could. Shall we? Back to the estate! The night feels cold, the crunch of leaves beneath your feet deafening in the wilderness, in the quiet wilderness. Let's stop here for a bit. These old bones need a moment to rest. Edward Dean killed Charles Jr., but it feels like I'm only scratching the surface of things. What has my family done? Is that what the spirit showed you? Your family built one of the most powerful coin empires in Appalachia. Those sorts of things don't come about without betrayal and bloodshed. These are all assumptions, of course. I'm just an old woman who draws the tea, and the Scarlet Empire is far older than these rattling bones. If you want the bloody details, I'm afraid you'll have to find them yourself. There was a stone carving of a goat's head and a pack of wolves in the basement. There was something similar in the mines last night, too. A circle of arms and chains. Both of them gave me visions. What's that now? That's quite an interesting development. Perhaps we can discuss these visions over tea. My grandmother has a special blend that supposedly helped with dreams and visions. I'll be sure to have some ready by tomorrow. Maybe it'll help us piece things together. Tea tomorrow sounds nice. Lovely. I'm looking forward to it. Sybil, what is Wayne? It's like I said, he's just a man. No, he's not. The smile briefly fades from her face. It's not exactly polite to share people's medical history. I may not have taken a Hippocratic oath, but I still respect the privacy of others. That's enough rest of me. Let's carry on for a bit. That man is dead! Nothing will convince me otherwise. You and Sybil walk deeper into the woods. You're getting closer to the estate. Tabitha's gonna be waiting for us. One last rest and we'll get you home. Wayne didn't want to make a deal with the ghost. Of course he didn't. Some people will never understand that kind of sacrifice that was laid upon the table tonight. If you'd gone through with the deal, it would have been an affront to everything he is. There's ditchlings everywhere. And I'm afraid that it would still be this numerous even if you had managed to exercise the spirit you encountered tonight. Its presence was merely a symptom of the rot in this place, rather than its cause. People are unfortunately just going to have to get used to the sight of these things in the coming days. You a witch? She laughed, surprised by your question. I suppose some people might call me one, but I'm just an old woman who fancies herself a bit of a healer. Leave it at that. You ready to get moving again? I am. The estate shouldn't be much farther in. You and Sybil will trek through the remainder of the woods and find yourselves on the outskirts of the estate. I'm looking forward to continuing our chat tomorrow once you've had some time to rest. Good luck handling Tabitha. I tried to soften her up over the phone, but there's only so much softening you can do with someone that broken. Bless her heart. Get a good night's rest, friend. You've earned it. Sybil heads back through the woods, leaving you alone to face Tabitha. And over the estate, one of these days I won't make Tabitha mad. You open the door to the estate as quietly as you can, only to find your cousin anxiously pacing in the foyer. She's been waiting for you. So you finally come back. After last night, I thought we were done with all the running around and secrecy. Guess I was too optimistic. Do you know how stuff like this impacts me? Do you even care? I would have invited you, but Kaneko didn't want to. Tabitha, I need to talk to you about some stuff. Now's really not the time. Ooh, bring up Wayne. Wayne followed me into Oscar's house. Do you think mentioning that awful man is supposed to garner sympathy from me or something? So you do know him? Did I ever say I didn't? He's a creep from a bad time in my life, and I do my best to not think about him, which has become an increasingly difficult task. He's stalking me. I'm glad you see it that way. He's a creep, and if he tries to talk to you again, you should walk away. There was another one of those stones in Oscar's house. It gave me another vision. Like last night, that was gas. I'm sure whatever you thought you saw tonight was similar. Maybe you had another seizure. All the more reason you shouldn't run off and not tell me where you are. Damn, I'm gonna bring Tabitha. Like, we done. Like, I have anything to do with any of that, but whatever. They've been telling me a lot about our family. I think we've done some terrible stuff, Tabitha. And all of it is probably in your imagination, because our hallucinations stem from either gas or, I don't know, your own guilt and exhaustion. City folk love to self-flagellate. Leave it at that. Oscar's house was haunted by the ghost of Charles Shaw Jr., who was murdered by Edward Yanes Scarlet. It wanted years of my life in exchange for leaving, but I wasn't about to give it what it wanted. Was there a gas leak in the library or something? Do you realize how ridiculous you sound right now? There were like 6 other people there, and they all got possessed. They couldn't corroborate everything I'm telling you. That's pretty much it. Great! Then I'm going to bed. Your cousin walks off, leaving you alone. You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly, you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers. It's Wednesday night. Nearly half a week has passed since you first arrived in town, and a little over half a week remains until the bus comes to take you home. The spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. now commands the entirety of City Hall, a swirling void of wrath and despair that the people of this town will have to learn to ignore. Disaster looms its tallest yet over Scarlet Hollow. I wonder why she killed him. I wonder if there are bones in the pit. Thank you. Thank you. How do I see Wednesdays? I want to see Wednesdays. Well then. Let me just Yep, okay. It's saved. Alright, well that's the end of chapter 3. I'll do chapter 4 in a couple weeks. Shit. Not next Friday, but maybe the Friday after that? I think I don't remember my schedule for the next coming weeks. But thank you for watching, and you have